Hello, everybody. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. This is Kirikomori's House of Hikikomori, coming in for another review of Hunter x Hunter 2011. It's gonna be pretty great. I'm just like I've just finished it like about a month ago. I think I finished on 4th of July, and it's now August. But I was like, you know what? I'll do a review of this. No one watches these, but I feel like for me, it'll be just something to look back and cringe on. Like I have some from middle school for me, so it's really funny, and I just kind of wanted to do it again. So you saw an All No Zero review and Sword Art Online review, which I still can't remember what I even said before. But yeah, so we're coming in with this one. So Hunter x Hunter 2011 has 148 episodes. It's very long, and this is actually the longest anime series I actually watched to completion. It definitely would qualify as a shonen anime, and there is a sub available on Crunchyroll, and as of now, the Toonami's premiering the dub like at 1 a.m. on Saturday. So if you watch those Toonami Adult Swim stuff, keep an eye out for that, because I don't really know too much about the dub, and I didn't really bother to look at it. Let's see, this is adapted from a manga. It's the same mangaka as Yu Yu Hakusho, which I haven't seen, but I know a lot of people really like, so yeah. There are two movies that spread out from this series, and there's a late '90s version of this same show that doesn't cover as much of the manga as this does, obviously because it's more time and all that, that makes perfect sense. But it's also less violent than this current version. Oh yeah, just to let you know, okay, I'll just say now I have a weak stomach. I can't handle, gore. I watched Psycho-Pass, but how I did it was that I could tell when the Dominator was running by, and I just go like this. So, this is not that bad, but, if you're like me, just be prepared to cover your eyes sometimes. It's not too bad, but just know your limits and know how it goes, So what is this magical show about? This show centers around this guy named Gon, who's 10 years old, and his father left him when he was really young. His mother's out of the picture, and when he's 10, he wants to go out, leave his home to take something called a hunter exam, and hunters are people who are the bounty hunters, kind of super cool Indiana Jones professionalist golden ticket guys who are allowed to go to any country they want, and serve as either bounty hunters or discoverers of magical beasts. You could be any type, and there's an association around it that gets into it later. But Gon wants to take this exam because he wants to figure out what about this. He wants to find his father, and he also wants to see what's so cool about being a hunter that his father literally dropped everything and left his son, which is such a dick move. Honestly, it's really bothersome to me. But anyway, along the way, he meets some friends. Killua, who is definitely the main supporting character, and I feel is a real emotional center, and honestly my favorite of the two, who comes from a family of assassins, but doesn't want to be part of that anymore. Kurapika, who is the last of his family line, because they were killed all off by this one thief group called the Phantom Troop. And Leorio, who is looking to go to medical school and is hoping his potential hunter license will be able to help him earn money and then cure the sick. So he's all the characters, including the antagonists, actually are really likable. I was surprised, and I won't tell you how, but I actually cried for a villain. It's unbelievable how well they do it. It's definitely when it comes to it being a shonen anime, there's a lot of fighting in it, and I feel like it's I like Dragon Ball Z, but like more creative. Like all the fighting, the pacing is really great. Like there was this one episode that you'll see in the beginning that's literally just running, and it was actually really good, and you didn't feel bored. I will say I was biased. I watched the first 4 episodes at Anime Boston with some friends, and we just had so much fun watching it. So I went home and watched the rest, and well, the rest is history. It took me like a couple months, but you know what? I'm so glad I did. It's definitely, animation's great for what it does. It's done by Studio Madhouse, which definitely is it's definitely no small fry when it comes to that. They did One Punch Man, which we all know how popular that show is. In this anime, it's definitely it's a long-running shonen series, but it definitely does not get as much popularity as I'd say when Bleach, One Piece, or Naruto come to mind. But it's definitely popular. It's ranked number 5 on ratings on my anime list, and once you watch it, you can definitely see why. I've never felt that I could watch such a long-running series, but man, did I! And it was really great. It's divided up into 6 arcs, and I won't get into all of them. Of course, I don't really want to spoil anything for you guys because I just really strongly recommend you see it. Waters watching out in this. But they fit all these different creative settings and ideas, and even though it's really, I don't want to say silly, but it's definitely fantastical at times. I never felt my suspension of disbelief being broken. I just kind of was like, oh, this is happening? Awesome. Let's roll. This is great. Like, it's a really great show. I strongly recommend it. I don't think I can enough. I think I've been watching Digibro's 250 anime recommendations, and he called Hunter x Hunter a must watch, and I frankly would too. It's a great show. What else can I talk about it? It was directed by Hiroshi Kojima. Haven't heard of anything. I hadn't heard of anything else he directed. He didn't really direct too many titles, but just thought I'd say that. The music's pretty darn good. Nothing I'd write home about. The opening theme is done by this guy. It's basically different versions, like with lyrics slightly tweaked. It's the song "Departure" by Ono Masatoshi, and it's great. It's just kind of an upbeat theme. Again, nothing to write home about, but you're kind of more looking for the meat of the show. What else can I say about this show? I wonder if you can hear this. Let's see. Again, 6 arcs. The second to last arc is called the Chimera Ant arc, and I think it's been called the worst best arc, and that's actually where I'd say its pacing falls apart. Some people might disagree and say it's actually good. I personally found it like my least favorite. It was just took too long. I was texting like my other friend who was watching, going, whenever they get out of this, I swear. But also was still pretty entertaining in that meantime. I recommend to watch it whole way through. I just once summer vacation hit for me, I just watched like 5 episodes a day and I got done. That's about it for me. I hope you enjoyed this review, or kind of was enlightened to this show. I had always heard of it, but I never thought like it would be good or that I should watch it. I watched it on Netflix, first 100 episodes, and then watched the last 48 on Crunchyroll. It's definitely really just a great time. Let's see, my recommendation of the review. I just finished this book by Coming Apart by Charles Murray. It's definitely a great. It's a great book about classism and the coming apart of upper and lower classes in America from 1960 to 2010. Fantastic if you're into social science. Have an awesome day. Comment, like, subscribe, give a request for the next review because I'd totally be into it. Have an awesome day.